When you sat there on Dragon's Den, the people that came in were running their businesses.
Well, sort of. Some were start-up businesses.
Yeah, but they were in charge of their destiny.
Yeah, they were in charge of their own destiny. And, you know, I was looking at it from a totally different perspective. I was looking at it from an investment perspective, where, you know, how much am I going to put into this? Can I work with these people?
Do you miss that?
I do miss that, yeah. I
Would you go back on it?
I probably would if they needed me and they asked me to. But I think it'll be quite good, actually, for BBC and Dragon's Den, because they've got now a whole new change. Because when I went in, I would always have been the new girl. And they all had been there 10, 11 years. Yeah. And I was constantly reminded of that every day.
And you were going through a tough time personally, weren't you?
And, yeah, I mean, I love the Dragons I work with. Theo's great, Deborah's great, Peter's such a gentleman, you know, and I loved it, but...
You've left Duncan off the list.
I think Duncan is well appreciative of what I feel. But no, I loved it, and I love the deals I've made. They're absolutely flying, you know. One particular one that Deborah was scoffing and they all were saying, are you crazy, when we were sat in the green room after, was a company called Duvalet. And that is absolutely flying. In September, we're launching a HD bedding range, so you know, it's gone from strength to strength. They're in New Zealand, other countries, so you know, and I enjoyed the mentoring, and that's what I enjoyed, the connection with the entrepreneurs.
I mean, professionally, Hilary, you've been such a success. I mean, you built up your own incredibly successful business. And
not without tears. Not without tears.
Well, that's what I was going to say, you know, because often, you know, we get the great headlines and, oh, she's rich and she's this and she's that, but the backstory is not always quite so rosy, is it?
No, is it, Egg? No. And to be honest, money doesn't bring you happiness. It's people that bring you happiness. And I think my own pleasure comes out of somebody needing help and me able to give them that help. There's only one time in my life when I appreciated making some money, and that was when I had a stroke in 2009, and I was totally paralysed down this side, and I got home and I remember sitting on the bath and thinking, what do I do now? I haven't got anybody to help me. What do I do now? I couldn't move my leg, I couldn't move my arm, I couldn't switch the shower on. And I paid for a carer to come in and help me. And I thought, good God, Hilary, do you realise how lucky you are? Yeah. That there's thousands of people out there that don't have that privilege. And it was at that point that I became Vice President of the Carers Trust.
Very, very quickly, because we're running out of time, but the one thing I do know brings you happiness is your little dogs.
Oh, I adore them,
There
Mixie.
they are.
Well, that's Mixie, that's Dixon. In actual fact, I got them all dressed up to go on the Alan Carr show. And the bows didn't even make it to the studio. But also, while we was on stage, the escape. They escaped and they was running all round the audience.
Did they? Do those dogs go to the spa?
Yeah.
Your dogs have a
Hilary, congratulations, you've shut her up. That was...